Greetings, ASA members. Good news and bad news. First of all, congratulations to Josh Mebos, hope I pronounced your name correctly, Josh, of the Balls Elementary School District for his selection as the 2018 Arizona Teacher of the Year. Josh is a K-6 physical education teacher at the Davy Crockett Elementary School in the Balls Elementary School District. Josh teaches students from over a dozen countries who speak some 20 languages. Again, kudos to Josh, to Crockett School, and to the Balls Elementary School District. What an honor, and especially an honor for a physical education teacher. All right, now let's go on to some news from the Arizona Department of Education. It now appears that funding allocations for both Title I and IDEA have been erroneously made for several years. Let's address IDEA, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act funding, first. The full scope of the issue was made clear in an audit report in September of 2017. Of the roughly $640 million of IDEA Part B grant funds that were disseminated between fiscal year 14 and fiscal year 16, $15.2 million were underallocated. Evidently, all funds were distributed, but some LEAs, called PEAs in the report, were underallocated. Now, in response to the fiscal audit finding, the funding formula was corrected, and ADE reports that federal FY17 allocations were calculated and are based on the revised funding process. The next step is to submit a corrective action plan to fully close out the spring 2015 audit findings. In that corrective action plan, the department will hold the local educational agencies harmless, which means that no one's going to have to pay back money if they were over allocated. Additionally, there will be no reduction of future entitled allocation based on those audit findings. Further, the plan outlines a process for LEAs that were underallocated to be made whole for fiscal years 14 through 16 as required by the fiscal audit finding. Now, those LEAs will receive these additional funds over a period of the next 3 to 5 years, beginning in federal FY17. So that's complicated. And I'm hoping that some of you will be receiving more money over the next few years. Now, on to Title I. The Department of Education recently issued a press release announcing that an audit by the U.S. Department of Education and the State Auditor General found that an unspecified number of schools received the wrong amounts of federal funding for low-income students, and that this is an unreported problem that goes back 5 years. The misallocation problem began in 2014 during the administration of then Superintendent John Huppenthal. Districts and charters were first alerted to this issue in April during the Committee of Practitioners and Spring Coordinators meeting. According to the federal audit, as well as the one performed by Washington, D.C. firm Afton Partners, the errors in FY14 affected 23 local educational agencies to the tune of about $435,000. But the nature of the problem caused the consequences to roll forward, i.e. snowball, to allocations in FY15, FY16, and FY17. The FY18 allocations are believed to be accurate. But the source said that these 23 LEAs were just the beginning. It is now believed that since virtually every local education agency receives Title I funds, perhaps as many as 490 were affected. Yeah, 490. ADE spokesman Stefan Swyat said this could be what we're dealing with, but he won't confirm anything until the feds verify the numbers. He said a formal response to the issue has not yet been sent to the U.S. Department of Education, but an internal plan, including new policies, has been put in place. So here are the key questions. Will districts that have been over-allocated have to pay back the money? That is yet to be decided. And what about the schools that were shorted funds for many years? Will they receive the funds they lost? And from where? Governor Ducey was in the news. Today, in an interview with KTAR News, Mac and Gatos, Ducey said he is working on accountability measures to track where the $350 million from Prop 123 and the $163 million from the state's budget set aside for teacher funding has gone. I'm quoting Ducey now. We're working on accountability measures so we can track those dollars that were going to the school districts. Yes, because evidently they aren't sure that that money actually went to teachers. You can read a short version of the story or listen to the entire interview with the link provided. Let's close today with students. Remember them? The ACT state organization honors students each year in every state with $500 scholarships for workforce champions and college and career ready champions. The applications are due December 31st. A link is provided in this message. Nominate your top students for this honor.